This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Hey everybody, I am back sooner than you thought, sooner than I thought. Hey, one of the things, the services, the public services that I provide here on the YouTube is doing some of the grunt work that none of you guys really want or should be doing. And in that I mean watching Fox News. And when I was preparing for today's video, the one earlier about Trump's lies and the presser that he did on the White House lawn, that you should go see if you haven't watched it yet, if you just stumbled on this one. One of the things that I caught in a Fox News interview that he did yesterday was an odd statement. And so sometimes I stumble upon things, and first of all, I'm not seeing this anywhere. This particular clip of audio, no one's talking about it because there are other things going on right now that are super important related to the pandemic. So this is about voter suppression, about voter rights, something that I've done many videos on. I've been on YouTube for, in earnest, like doing this as a job for 3 years or so. And over the course of that time, I have done many videos about the Republicans' attempts to suppress the vote, to disenfranchise, closing hundreds and hundreds of polling stations, usually targeted, surgically targeted toward neighborhoods, minority neighborhoods that are predominantly people of color. Photo ID laws, I've talked about. Restrictions on early voting from Georgia, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Arizona, all over the country. I've talked about it for years and years. It's an important thing. In fact, I started a series of videos talking about why I left the Republican Party. Now, this was decades ago. When I left, not the videos. And one of the main reasons was voter suppression. In a democratic system, we should be looking for more voter participation, not less. Anyway, I'm going to get to this. This happened during the interview with Donald Trump and Fox and Friends yesterday. Listen to this.
An email from Kevin for you, Mr. President. If there is another relief bill, how can we stop lawmakers from dipping into it again for special interest projects? Man, we were just talking about this. Do you want to expand? Can we stop the next one?
It's just the common facts. I mean, they have a majority in the House, and therefore you need their vote, and they want to get certain things. I will tell you this. If you look at before and after, the things they had in there were crazy. They had things, levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again. They had things in there about, election days and what you do and all sorts of clawbacks. And they had things that were just totally crazy. And
so in this clip, Donald Trump is talking about the extra stuff that the Democrats were trying to cram into the stimulus bill that just got passed. Now, look. Democrats, Republicans they're unhappy about it, but Democrats are trying to strengthen voting rights anytime they can. Even if that sometimes doesn't make a lot of sense to Republicans relative to the overall objective of that spending bill. But let's analyze that quote from Donald Trump. They had things, levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again. They had their things about, election days and what you do and all sorts of clawbacks. And listen, levels of voting. So the more voting we have, the more likelihood that Republicans won't be elected. This is just more evidence of a Republican with their mouth saying what all of us have been saying. Many of us have been saying. I'm going to play this clip one more time. Not this Donald Trump one, but one I've held on to and played for years and years. And it is several different Republicans, heads of the party, party bigwigs in North Carolina, in Pennsylvania, in Wisconsin, talking about their voter ID laws. What I'm getting ready to play is akin to what just happened with Donald Trump. It's one more piece of evidence that the Republican Party is absolutely committed to disenfranchisement, is absolutely committed to voter suppression. Watch this clip of these men admitting that voter ID laws, which are supposed to be completely innocent, hurt Democrats and helped Republicans.
Be it. If it hurts a bunch of lazy blacks that wants the government to give them everything, so be it.
Voter ID, which is going to allow Governor Romney to win the state of Pennsylvania. Done.
Well, I think Hillary Clinton is about the weakest candidate the Democrats have ever put up. And now we have photo ID. And I think photo ID is going to make a little bit of a difference as well.
He won. He beat McCain by 10%. He only beat Romney by 5%. I think that probably photo ID had helped a bit in that.
There is very little difference between that clip and the one earlier from Fox and Friends. Because if voter ID is so innocent, photo ID is so innocent, well, you got to have an ID to register your car, to get a driver's license. You need a photo ID. If it's so innocent, then why would it hurt Democrats at the polls and help Republicans? Because it's not. It's meant to disenfranchise. It's meant to suppress the vote of communities of color. It absolutely is. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense that they would say that and try to defend that policy. And here we have Donald Trump. Again, I'm going to read the quote. They had things trying to put into that bill, levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again. So more voting equals fewer Republicans in office. Think about that. It's one more reason to get out there and vote. November 3rd, 2020. This is our chance to get rid of Donald Trump, to send Republicans packing maybe for a generation. They are a dying party, notwithstanding the fluke that is Donald Trump in 2016. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. As always, please reach out via voicemail, 714-576-4054, and email me at daily@dollemore.com. Thank you, guys. Hopefully this is the last one for today, and I'll see you next time.